Hi there, welcome to part 3 of our planet project, and we have our last 4 planets to do, and then we'll put it all together. So today we need to talk about Saturn, and we know that Saturn is called the ringed planet, and it's really considered the most beautiful planet in the solar system. We can see it. It's one of 5 that you can see with your eyes just without a telescope. But because it has these rings and it's made of gas that reflects all these different colors, the rings are about 8,000 miles across. And they're made of gas and dust, and they often look very, very beautiful. And Saturn is the second largest planet to Jupiter, but it's not very heavy inside. It's made of very light gas. And if we could find a bathtub large enough to put Saturn in, just think of that, it would float. So it's not heavy at all. And it's kind of yellowish green. And I made the rings black so that they would just be easier to see. And then after Saturn is Uranus. It actually is like this. The scientists think that a planet the size of Earth crashed into it and kind of knocked it over. But it would be really hard to have the paper like that, so we're just going to do it like this. It has 13 rings around it. It has some like ice clouds. It's considered like an icy planet, and you know it's far from the sun, so it's very, very cold. The cool thing about Uranus is that it spins the other way. Venus and Uranus spin opposite way of all the other planets. They're just doing their own thing. It's kind of light blue with these clouds. And then after Uranus is Neptune. And Neptune is like a darker blue. It's named after the ocean because of the blue color. It's very, very cold on Neptune. Negative like 353 degrees, which is just insanely cold. We could not go there. Colder than Antarctica even. And we know in Antarctica you have to wear special clothing. And so Neptune is very, very, very cold. It's very windy on Neptune. It has a lot of wind and storms. It had a storm last once for 5 years on the surface of Neptune. And it has kind of these dark areas, and that's where the storms are, and it's where the wind is very active. And a lot of people consider Neptune the last planet. And then there's Pluto, which is way farther out, and it was considered a planet, but you have to have 3 things to be considered a planet, and Pluto only has 2 of those things. Meets 2 of the criteria, but we know it's out there, and so I thought we should put it in. And every time I leave it out, people always ask, where's Pluto? So it's actually considered an exoplanet, but I put it in here for you, and I have a chart. There is a chart for Pluto. And again, if you're a pre-K-er, you're going to be done if you're just painting, and that's fine. But if you're a kindergartner, or if you're not a kindergartner and you're doing the writing project, that is great. You're going to head to your forms again, find your planet, and write your information down. It works the same way on every card. And it will tell you. So let's practice Neptune. It's the first one on my list. It's 2.8 billion miles from the sun. It's very far. It takes 165 years, like Earth years, for Neptune to go around the sun. And we know that's because its path or orbit is very far, and thus it has a much bigger circle. Its diameter, which is like its belt or its waist, where it is at the widest part, is 30,599 miles across. The climate, the weather, it's strong winds, very, very windy. So the climate, and then the word climate, you're going to write very windy. It has winds reaching 1,200 or 1,200 miles per hour. That's extremely windy. The history of the name, it's the god named after the god of water and the sea, and they did that because of the color. And then again, you're going to choose after watching a video or going to the website, the Kids Geographic website, you are going to write whatever you think is interesting. I really am excited to hear all the interesting facts that you have found. And when you are done, you're going to go to your safe place. Hopefully you've been keeping these all in a safe spot. And they're going to look like this when you print them out, but you're going to need to cut them out around that black line. Do your best. It takes a long time to be a good cutter. But when you're done, you're going to pile them up. You're going to pile them up like this. And you can put a hole in the bottom. There's a hole punch, or you can just cut a hole. And then you're going to tie it or loop it or whatever you think would be a great way to secure this together. Don't forget your cover. I don't see mine here. Oh, I found it. Here's mine. Don't forget, get your cover, and it says, "The planet, sun, and moon created by," you're going to write your name, and then you'll have this amazing, I call it like a ringer or a book. I would put a ring on it, or I've often tied ribbon. You could use a twist tie, whatever you have to hold this together is just fine. And then you will have all of these amazing facts to keep all in one place. So I cannot wait to see your projects. I hope you'll send me a picture or send it to your homeroom teacher. And they've been showing me all your great photos of like your Maasai necklace and thing. And I saw some moon phase projects. Love it. Keep it coming. And I would love to see your project when it's done. It should look something like this. And I hope you've enjoyed your project, and I'll see you soon. Bye.